Warning: the following segment contains explicit language and is not permitted for people under the age of 18, and Travis's father-in-law. These are real funny stories, and these are stories behind them. Viewer discretion advised.
Alright, boys, do you want to go ahead and tell us the story of when we went to Clark House this year?
Well, I guess you gotta start off with the rapid energy gum that we took before we got there.
Yeah.
Health gum.
Yeah, so we had to pick you up from the house. It was me, Matt, Jerry, and Dad.
Yep.
And we went up to Springfield to Clark House this year. But beforehand, we picked up Tim, and Tim says, "Hey,
I got something for you to try."
So a little backstory here. Go ahead.
I've been to Walmart and standing there in the checkout line, just looking. There's this Rev energy gum. There's like 2 flavors sitting there. I'm like, gotta do it. So I was like, Travis.
Yeah. So we do a segment on the channel, in particular our TikTok, called Hungry on the Spot, and I have yet to edit this Hungry on the Spot, but it's on my files that I gotta edit. And he says, hey Travis, I got this gum for you to try. And I go, oh, okay. Rev energy gum.
I know there was a polar mint. I think the other was like the wintergreen.
Tropical punch, and there was pomegranate.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And a couple of hours later, yeah, we were mentally focused. So we went to
Clark House.
We went to Springfield, and then
Well, we got pizza before we went to the
we went to what was it?
wood fire pizza.
Rapid fire pizza.
Rapid fire.
Yeah.
Which in hindsight it's like Russo's in Zanesville, but a little better. I'll be dead honest. And we get there and we eat, and then we head back to Clark House. We wait there for about 3 or 4 hours.
Well, we get there early because we've learned our lesson getting late where we're not standing in line for 3 hours and watching,
We were directly first in line that night.
But you had all the VIPs and
Yeah. And the whole time, we're all on our phones. Jerry and Tim are just like face palming me with TikToks.
we had to kill some time.
Yeah, we had to kill some time. I thought we were going to have to arm wrestle or something. If I had a cooler full of stuff to try, we would have done 200 bros right then and there.
Now,
but we had trunk monkey in the back.
Once we got in there, you started feeling bad because the sign there said if somebody had like epilepsy or whatever, not to go in, and your dad.
Yeah, which dad has health issues, and seizures don't do very well with strobe light effects that like rapid fire like this. So
or like a light to dark in a haunted attraction.
So once we get inside, we're walking around and he's eating a coffee. It's cold. It's October.
Drizzle
rain. So we can't really have him being cold. So I give him a coffee. Well, the first thing I wanted to point out is that
when we got there, now remind you, we were there hours early.
Yeah.
There's this guy standing beside a garage outside of the house with a chainsaw for hours, standing there in character.
Yeah, and the coolest part, well, not the coolest, but the weirdest part is that this fake chainsaw, had a fetus on it.
Parts of a fetus, yeah.
Parts of a fetus. So Dad's standing there with his coffee, and I tell him, hey, didn't mom kind of get jealous of you being with like other people or trying to date other people? And he goes, well, you're our son. And I go, all right. So I motioned to 2 actors that are...
And she was messaging him at the time, which made it that much greater.
Yeah, which made it that much greater. And I told him, I said, here, take a picture with my dad. And she goes, oh, okay. Sounds like Marge Simpson. But they take a picture, and then I post, well, my dad had a date.
There was another guy who shot him too.
Yeah.
And your dad made a comment that it was better than the one he was with before. Oh my god, I about hit the ground laughing.
Oh, the witch said, a threesome. That's even better.
But then you had the chainsaw guy with the fetus on it.
We gotta go through the house before we get to the chainsaw guy. He's at the end.
Yeah.
The end.
Yeah. But he's roaming the grounds too, and he goes up to you, and you say, high five.
Well, this is after we get out of the house that I go up to him because I was going to the.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So we get called in. It's our time, and they do this text message thing, our little system. They text us, and they go, hey, it's time to come in. And I go, okay, everybody, let's go in. Me, Matt, Jerry, Tim. And we go inside the house.
And me and Matt had paid the extra for the glow-in-the-dark band, so where they were allowed to keep us from you guys, hold us back.
Yeah.
So there was that added on.
Yeah. Now, Jerry, what did you think of this?
The Clark house was pretty good. I liked it. Better than Mainfield.
Yeah.
100-fold better than Mansfield.
Yeah. That is number one.
But, so we get inside the house, and I tell you straight up, don't argue with anybody, because you have a bad history with that.
And he had to be reminded like 20 times throughout the
Yeah, exactly. So we get in there.
One of the first rooms we go to, there was one of the female actors.
Yeah.
She grabs a hold of Matt.
Yeah.
She tells the rest of us to proceed and keeps him back there.
Now, the funny part is that I wish I had a spray bottle just scold Matt. Like, bad Matt. Matt, God loved him to death. He asked for this girl's number and she rejected him.
Well, no, she's like, you gonna return to your group now? And he's like, do I have to? I'd rather stay with you.
So, we get past that. What was the next portion?
The next good one that I can remember, we're walking down that one corridor, and that lady jumps out from behind a wall, and Jerry's leading the group. But he jumps, and I get a fist bump.
Yeah, he gets a fist bump. Now, how did she scare you, Jerry?
I think she was in the dark, and I wasn't expecting her.
And I think you did the animatronic scare like you did in Mansfield, and you went ah! And I don't know why, but now we're keeping score on how many times we get scared. And I finally got a point for being scared by what was in the neon room.
But I do want to say, if you ever go to one of those spook houses, anybody watches this,
Yeah.
and they actually physically scare you,
Yeah.
please tell them thank you, because that inspires them for the rest of the night to keep doing what they're doing.
Yeah, it does. We get into the neon room, which is actually my favorite portion of the room, or the haunted house attraction, period. And we get jumped by these women, glow in the dark, neon women. And
The one is yelling at me to wear my bracelet.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I can't get it to stick. She's like, put it on your neck. I'm like, it won't stay. She's like, well, put it on your hand. I was like, do you want to do it?
yes.
And she tried to put it on him.
Well, she did. She got it on there.
Yeah,
But
she
what
did.
stayed on there?
Well, no, it stayed until the dude in the tunnel.
Yeah, dude in the tunnel. The dude in the tunnel knocked it off.
Well, he knocked that little piece that clipped the two glows dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, he knocked it on the ground.
Okay. So, again,
And that neon room,
yeah,
they also tried to keep Matt, and I wanted to stay there too.
yeah. And again, I wish I had a spray ball for Matt, because it's bad Matt. He said, can I get your number? that should be his slogan. Just
I think you need to get him a shirt. Can I have your number?
yeah. We get past the neon room, and then we get to one portion of the haunt.
The spinning tunnel that made you almost throw
Yeah.
up.
If anybody's motion sickness, there's a portion of the haunted house where it's literally the spinning tunnel, like how you see in the Ripley's Museum that I saw in July. it's a tunnel that basically tilts like this and tilts like that. There was guys that had great agility.
Everything Grease.
Yeah, Grease. Grease is a good example. If you ever seen one of those, I pretty much almost puked. At the end of the tunnel, I went.
Yeah. That's a good one, though.
Yeah. We go up the stairs, and
Oh, you know, we missed one part in there.
yeah.
The butt crack going through the curtain. You remember that one room where it was like a black curtain, and I was like, wait, I feel a hole, and it looks like you're literally crawling into a butt.
All I could think about, because it felt like I was parting butt cheeks walking into this thing. It was.
I had my tongue sticking out just that big.
And I remember at the end of this room, we just walked up these stairs, and I said, wow, this blew Mansfield out of the water. And I broke an actor's character.
Yeah. Oh, more than one. There was like 3 of them right there.
Yeah. And he goes, what do you mean by out of the water? And you said,
That is a whole lot better than Mansfield.
The
Yeah.
acting, like, they did not have nearly the space that Mansfield had.
yeah,
They used the space that they had. There
Yeah.
wasn't a lot of dead corridor. There
Yeah.
wasn't a lot of just walk down an empty hallway.
yeah,
There's a whole bunch of people in character that
And
That's
they were
10 times better.
phenomenal at what they were doing. Like, it was good.
yeah. Towards the end there, we go into the butcher room, which it's probably the 3rd time I've seen a butcher room in a haunted attraction. And we have to push back these fake dead bodies. And there was one at the end, and the guy just has this crazy voice with a chainsaw, meat cleavers running. And I went, you know what? Let's make this funny. I hugged the fake dead body, and the dude goes, I don't think his wife would like that. And there was a female actress, perfectly timed, that just popped out of nowhere and went, nah!
Yeah, and she actually got a score.
Yeah, she got me.
Was that the same room where the dude grabbed me and put my hand down in the fake body, and I asked if that was the...
That was the second butcher room.
Okay.
So anyways, now we get to the ending portion, which was the final portion of the haunted house. You get grabbed by a dude, and...
But I had the bracelet where they could.
Yeah. And he puts your hand in this fake dead body, and he starts like moving your hand through the fake organs.
Yeah.
And
I'm like, hey man, you got dibs on the heart?
yeah, and I literally said, this is anatomically correct. There's the liver, the pancreas.
And I was asking him to name off the interior parts. He told me to
Dude, the dude got so annoyed, he just said,
leave.
like he was like in Michael Jackson's This Is It, just
beat it.
and we get done with that night, and
Well, we come out of the attraction, and I had to go to the restroom.
yes.
So we come out, and this dude that I told you about earlier had been standing by this building in character outside in the drizzling rain with the chainsaw with a half fetus on it and everything else.
Yeah.
I gotta give him props. Like, hey man, good job staying in character, like a fist bump, right? So Travis, you're me, you're going for the fist bump. Okay?
Yeah.
Stick your hand up there so people can see this. He's got fake blood on his hand, and he
penetrates your fist.
now. I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna say anything. Well, right at the same exact time, there's like 4 or 5 little kids coming from my left. I was going, oh man, we want a high five, we want a high five. I don't say nothing. I keep walking around through the outhouse.
And that pretty much in that night, there was nothing else besides a rainy ass storm I had to drive through.
On the dude outside that was wearing the hog mask and kept scaring the shit out of everybody else.
Yeah. But
That wasn't nothing.
that was a good night, and I think this is the end of this story.
But Clark House, good job, man. You guys are.
Thumbs up to you guys.
Alright, we'll see you.
Please subscribe to the Puncraft channel. please hit that notification bell. And thank you for watching. Leave a comment. Bye!